All right, good morning, everyone. We're moving on to grade 7, lesson 1-3, which is adding integers. So here we're going to be adding negative numbers with negative numbers, some negative numbers with positive numbers as well. So our first question is right here. It says, let's add -4 plus -6. So I'm going to show it on a number line first. We're going to start at 0 and hop back 4 spaces. So that gives us -4. And then the -6 means we're going to continue to move to our left, and we're going to move 6 more spaces to our left. So as I'm doing that, we would get to -10, which is going to be our answer. So -4 plus -6 is -10. Another way to figure out, I'm going to show 3 ways, is if they both have the same sign, so that both integers, 4 and 6, both have the negative in front of it, we could do what I'm going to highlight over here. We could find the absolute value of both of them because they both have the same sign. They're both negatives. So we could just add them together. So if we do 4 plus 6, that's 10, but we cannot forget to bring back the negative sign at the end. So an easy way is find the absolute value is 4 plus 6, but because they're both negative, we must keep the negative sign. So there's one other way to show -10. And last but not least, I'm going to show good guys and bad guys. I'm going to call the positives, those are going to be my good guys, and I'm going to show my negatives, those would be called my bad guys, and we're going to show a mini war in a second. So let's go to, how many good guys do I have? I have no good guys or no positives. I have -4 and -6. So first, -4, I'm going to draw -4 bad guys, or 4 bad guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're putting -6 next. There's going to be 6 more negatives. There's 6 more bad guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now there's a battle between the positives and negatives. I look at the positives, there's no one on their side, so everything counts as a negative. So all of these count as negative, and if you count them, there are -10, or 10 bad guys. So that is the answer to the first question. Question 2. Find out Kara's score. So she was in a chili cook-off competition, and the judges weren't very nice to her. She got a negative score. So I see 5 downward thumbs and 4 thumbs up, or 4 thumb ups. So we need to see what her score amounts to. So this is the same thing. So I see the 5 downward scores. That's -5. And I have to add that with her positive scores. So she got 4 thumbs up. So -5 plus 4. They do not have the same sign in front of them. One's negative, one's positive. So what happens here, I'm going to show you one of 2 ways now. The easiest way, if they have different signs, which they do here, you could subtract them and then keep the sign of the number that's larger. So let's subtract them first. 5 minus 4 equals 1. Now I have to determine if it's +1 or -1. And the best way to determine that is if I take the absolute value of each of these 2 numbers and see which one is bigger, that's the sign I'm going to keep. So here, -5's absolute value is 5. The absolute value of 4 is 4. So that means, ding, 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 this one has a higher absolute value. So I know my answer is going to be -1 because the negative side has a higher absolute value for this question. So the answer is -1. Now I'm going to show you my drawing way, which I like also. So I'm going to put my positives on this side. We're going to put my negatives. So this is just a different way to show it. We'll put my negatives over here. We'll start with my negatives first. So I see that there are 5 negatives, or 5 thumbs down. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's draw a line. Let's break this off. Now, let's look at the positives. I'm going to go back to orange. So for my positives, I see there are 4 positives. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And last but not least, they're going to have a little battle. We're going to have a small little battle between my good guys and my bad guys, and we're going to see who's going to win. So this warrior takes out this warrior. This warrior takes out this warrior. This warrior takes out this warrior. And last but not least, this warrior takes out this warrior. And look who's left. There's just 1 left. And which side is this 1 left? He is left on the negative side. So the answer, there is 1 negative left. The answer is -1. Okay. Last question. Mike got a plus 2 on the first hole and a negative 2 on the second hole. What was his combined score? So that means 2 plus negative 2. So again, if they have different signs, we could subtract them. That's 2 minus 2, that is 0. We don't even have to actually worry about the sign because it's 0. One other way I could show this really quick is positives here. I'll put my negatives here. We're going to have our little battle again like I did on the last couple slides. So let's count my negatives first. There are 2 negatives. 1, 2. And now let's count my positives. There are 2 positives. 1, 2. They are going to go to war. Here's the war. One warrior takes out another warrior. Second warrior takes out a second warrior. There are 0 people left. 0. The answer is 0 because there are 0 people left. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.